Fire away.
Morning. I'm sorry. My timing's a little messed up. I came all the way from Boston, from the Americas. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I kind of can't hear you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's good. Very loud and proud. Now, my name is Coach Kevin Kearns. So I've come all the way from Boston, from the Americas, to come to a talk. Now, I have a book out that I wrote 6 months ago called Always Pick Last. Okay? So I'm out here talking to you young people about bullying and how to stop bullying. This is an anti-bullying book. Now, this book is about me, how I grew up. Literally, the reason I picked that title, because that was me. When they were picking sides for baseball or football, sorry, not football, as you know here. It's okay to laugh, it's all right. I want you to laugh. When they were picking sides for those games, what happened is, I would be the last picked, always pick last. They would say, well, we'll take Kevin, but it's like having nobody. Literally, that's what happened. I was last to tie my shoes in the neighborhood. I was last to take my trainers, we call them training wheels back home, training wheels off my bike. Matter of fact, I think I still have my training wheels on my bike. And I thought that would make you laugh. So I was always one step behind everybody. That's just how I was. I wasn't the best athlete. I was just a slow starter. That was me. Now, unfortunately, I had a life-changing event. When I was 12, my father passed away. And then the bullying got worse. My best mates turned their back on me and made it very, very, very difficult for me growing up. Now, that went on for a good 6 months. And you think when that happens to you that you're alone, but you're not alone. It happens to everybody. So my intention for writing the book is for people to understand they're not alone when this happens. It happens to a lot of people. And now, thank God, bullying is very much talked about, isn't it, in schools? We all know it's not, right? Yes? I can't hear you.
Yes.
A little louder. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be loud and proud. Because I'm 6'8", right?
No.
Yes, I am. I think I'm 6'8". That's how I talk. I'm 6'8". So, after 6 months of dealing with the bullying, I come from a very big family. My mother is one of 8 children, so I have 8 aunts and uncles. My father's one of 4. I have 31 first cousins, similar to this room. Lots of people to play with, right? One of my close uncles talks me into taking martial arts. I said, okay, I'll try it. Why not? And believe me, we didn't have a lot of money. Not at all. My father didn't have a lot of investments. We had our home, that was about it. I said, I'll give it a shot. My uncle paid for part of it. And I found when I went into martial arts that something spoke to me. It actually, something clicked in here that I actually enjoyed it. I loved it. I couldn't get enough. And I learned that practice makes permanent. Practice makes what?
Perfect.
Or permanent. Practice makes what?
Perfect.
Permanent. My teachers knew if I practice and practice and practice, you will get better. You will definitely get better. My confidence went up. My coordination went up. Everything came together. So I'm fortunate to be here with you now. I've been studying martial arts for 30 years. I've been doing strength training for 30 years. So from the martial arts, that was my first love. I really loved it. Who here has a sport or an activity they really love? What?
Rugby.
Rugby. What else? What is it? Horse riding. Excellent. What is it? Running. Excellent. You want to run a block with me? You run? Basketball. Horse riding. Swimming. Running. Martial arts for me. Football.
Dancing.
Swimming. Swimming. Football.
Swimming.
Swimming. Okay, those are all healthy. Athletics. Those are all healthy activities. Who here likes art? Who's a quite good artist? Oh, he is? Why are you hiding about it? Be loud and proud about it. How about music? Right? So, what I'm saying, put your hands down now. What I'm saying is that speaks to you, right? You like it, you love it, you enjoy it. Who absolutely has to do it all the time? Swimming, horseback, you just can't get enough of it, right? That's where you find your peace. That's what you absolutely like. You enjoy it. Martial arts was that for me. Strength training was that for me. That was my passion. That's absolutely what I had to do, what I wanted to do. And it made me better at everything else. No matter what anybody said. So if you have that passion, I'm not saying it has to be martial arts, anything. Whether it's art, horseback riding, swimming, rugby, running, doesn't matter. That is your passion. That's what you want to do. You enjoy it. So these bullies, they didn't want to do martial arts. So who did I spend my time with? Other martial artists, just like them. So you get in with like-minded people. Because those like-minded people will share your interest. Okay? Does that make sense? So when you look at where I am today, I never thought about being here in this classroom speaking to you people. I never thought about writing my book. I never thought that was going to happen at all. But I wanted to do it. This told me to do it. I moved forward. I moved forward. I had a vision. I had a passion. I had perseverance to keep going forward with this idea. Because somebody once told me, the worst thing you can tell me, you shouldn't do that. Don't waste your time. No, that's a waste of time. Don't do that. Never. You tell me that, that's just like adding fuel to a fire. Go ahead, tell me I can't do that. Tell me I can't lift that. Tell me I can't do that. Tell me I can't go over to England and sit down and talk to these young people about my book. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me I can't write a book. I funded that book myself because I wanted to. I absolutely wanted to. It was a goal, it was an intention. Now, progressing down my career, I took a hobby, martial arts, strength training, turned it into a lifestyle, and then I turned it into a career. So I've actually worked with 15 professional fighters from the UFC. I've trained them personally as their strength coach. I've also trained American football players like Rasai Darwin, you know him. I trained him last week. I trained him last summer, 6 weeks. He played for the Patriots and I played for the Jets. I've trained anybody here like the Celtics, basketball? Who's my basketball guy? Like basketball? Remember Glenn Davis, big baby? All 6'8", he was my client 2 years ago. And I train regular people every day. So I'm fortunate because what happened to me? I was able to take a, oh, you have to, go ahead. Exactly, I turned something I love into a business. I got the best job in the world, just like your teachers here. Now, this bullying thing isn't fun, is it? So we have a formula that we want to talk to you people about. It's called the 4 S's. The first one is speak up. Can everybody say speak up?
Speak up!
How am I going to hear you when you say that? Speak up!
Speak up!
That's better. The next one is stand up. Everybody stand up! So you speak up. That means you talk to people. You tell your teachers. You tell your parents. You tell your mates. This is what's happening. Second, you stand up for yourself. And that literally means standing up, eye contact. You stand up. What's that? You sit down? No, don't sit down. The next one is, the next S is stay together. Everybody holds hands. Go ahead. It won't kill you. Oh,
Yeah.
So, we're staying together, right? So if I'm the bully, how many people do I have to contend with? 30? 40? I can't deal with that, can I? All those people? I can? You think I can take all you want? I don't think so. I don't think so. Think about it. There is strength in numbers. Everybody sit down. Sit up! I woke you up. The last S is self-defense.
Guys.
I don't want to fight you, but if I have to defend myself, I will. Okay? That's your last one. I'm not condoning violence, I'm just saying. You're going to defend yourself, there are going to be times you have to. Somebody asked me at our first talk yesterday at one of the schools, have you ever had to use this? Once. My best mate who turned his back on me, when I got my first belt in karate, went to kick me, I grabbed his foot, swept him, put my hand on his butt. It's never touched me since. I've never used it at all. If anything, My martial arts, what you did, I trained so I wouldn't have to fight. Because people knew, they looked at me and said, whoa. We were at another school where they talked about a gentleman who isn't that coordinated, he's kind of geeky, he has some learning disabilities, one second, some learning disabilities, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu now. He was how old, Mr. Rice, 13?
13.
And somebody went to hit him and he blocked and he says, I'm a black belt just to warn you. You use it only if you had to. You give them a warning first. So the first one is what? What's the first S? Say it out loud.
Speak up!
How many teachers can hear you? What?
Speak up!
What's the next one?
Stand up!
Stand up! Next one, stay together. What is it?
Stay together!
I can't hear you. Say what?
Stay together!
Last one, self-defense.
Self-defense!
Only if you have to. Sit down. So I'm very fortunate to be able to travel to do this, aren't I? One second. Maybe I have a question. So whatever speaks to you, I want you to take hold of that and keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind. Remember those 4 S's. Speak up, stand up, stay together. Self-defense, only when you have to. Remember, it's self-defense. Self-defense. I don't want to fight, but if you want to, this is the way it is. Okay? That makes sense? So I have a passion for this. So the last thing that we want to talk about is what we're trying to do with this. What your intention is for this. What I want you to get from this whole idea. Okay? Does everybody know what a vision is? What's a vision?
Twice see something you want.
Exactly. You see something, you visualize it. Your teachers tell you, visualize doing well on a test. Visualize doing well in athletics. Visualize doing well swimming. Visualize doing well in art. So visualize. Vision. Hold your vision. See it happening. See it happening. What's a passion? Absolutely. Something that you just absolutely have to do. Who has something that they absolutely have to do? They just, what is it? Guitar. Excellent. Did you hear guitar?
Video games.
How about that? Rugby. Dancing. Swimming. See, you absolutely have to do these things, right? You just, it's in your makeup that you have to do them. What? Work. What's that? So, well, we're talking about something that speaks to you. Go ahead, son.
Football.
Football. There you go. Okay. Okay. So think that you just have to do that. So that's a vision, right? That's a passion. Now the last one I want you to remember is perseverance. What is perseverance? Can anybody tell me? Oh, can you say that again, Dan? Never giving up. You don't stop. So I want you to think about this. Hold your vision. Keep your passion. Maintain your perseverance no matter what anybody tells you. How's that sound? So we go vision.
Vision!
Come on, a little bit more enthusiasm. I came from the States. Vision!
Vision!
Passion.
Passion!
Perseverance.
Perseverance!
Stand up! Sit down. They always listen to this one? They always listen to this one? Four S's. Speak up. Stand up. Stay together. Remember, strength in numbers. Okay? Sit. Vision, passion, perseverance. Don't stop until you want to find what you want to do and go all the way. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Last school will be picked for what? This is why, well, I'm here for 10 days, so no, technically no. No, you want me here for 10 days? No, I've been in the UK for 10 days.
Is this the last school you're going to go to?
I think so.
Yeah.
This time.
This time.
Not really. You want to pick last. It just happened that way. Yep. No. They asked come at this time, so I came at this time. But technically, you're actually not the last pick because I'm coming back in May. I'm going back to what school is it, Mr. Rice?
Mike Park.
There you go. So no, you won't pick last. I just go with a same meter. Very creative. No, I know where you were going.
You were actually the first to be chosen.
Ha!
Yeah.
The last to be picked.
No,
No,
it
doesn't
the last
matter.
stop.
you were the last stop, but you were the first chosen. And it was 2 o'clock. His headmistress said come at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, but if we were first, we told me first.
No.
Okay, any other questions? Questions? Excuse me? What was that?
You said just a really annoying question.
No, does anybody have any other questions except that one?
How old were you when you got bullied?
It started as early as 5 years old, and it went on until I was about 13, and then it happened a few other times too. You can buy that book on Amazon.com. Your headmistress has one of those books. Okay, anybody else? You got any other question? Yes, dear?
When you got bullied, did you do only 4 S's?
I didn't know the 4 S's. I learned those over time. I learned over time that I had to stand up for myself. That's what I learned. But I did speak up because I learned how to find help. It's okay to ask for help. Most people don't want to ask for help. Yes, dear?
Did you create?
I'm sorry?
Did you create?
I thought them up. I don't know if I create them, but yes. This is about the whole sex being picked. Tomato. All right. Any other questions? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? This is the last talk. Oh.
Why were you bullied?
Why was I bullied? Because I was always a step behind everybody. I didn't fit in with the crowd.
Which way, like, how did the bully go?
How did they bully me? Getting beat up, getting pushed downstairs, getting put in my hair, things of that nature. Yes, I got pushed, when I was 12, I got pushed down 4 flights of stairs.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Run on. Sorry, run on. Give it a second. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Before your friends, like,
What's your name, dear?
Freya,
Freya?
yeah,
Very nice.
turned their back on you, did they stand up for you before you?
No.
No.
Nope. Why? Because I was always picked last. I was a lousy athlete. Yes.
Why were you always behind me?
I was just less coordinated than everybody else. That's all. I was a late bloomer. Just did. I'm sorry? Did I do any other sports? No. I tried basketball. I tried all the other sports. I had to work at everything. My grade point average in university was 2.895. That's a low B. I had to work to get that. So it's possible for anybody. I want you to do well in school. I had to work to get that grade. I wasn't a 3.0, I wasn't a 3.5, I wasn't a 4.0. I had to work hard to get that 2.895. Okay? That means anybody can do anything they want to do. Archie, it's better not be about tomato. Because I find it, that's one of my gifts. I establish rapport quickly, I remember names quickly. No? How fast can I run? Don't know. As fast as I need to when I need to. Maybe. You run as fast as you want. Okay, any more? You have questions? Any other questions? Archie. Anybody else? No? Okay. Everybody up! Stand up! Okay, one more question.
I just say chips
In French, I don't know. Chips? Chips, French fries. Okay, so we're all gonna leave now, I believe, yes? Sorry. How about everybody give me a high five? High five. Ooh, yes.
Or we just put our hands out.
All right, next one.